This is a day in the life of a new screen printer just starting their business. First, I have to prep my artwork in Illustrator to print out film positives. Then after they're printed, I need to burn my screens, which I coated with emulsion last night so that they'd be dry today. I don't have a proper exposure unit yet, so until then, I have to dangle UV lights over screens in the dark. After I've exposed the screens, I need to wash out the parts of the emulsion that the film positive blocked from the light. And once the screens are all washed out, they need to dry for a little bit, so while they're drying, I need to prep my press by replacing the palette tape on all the platens. And after I've replaced all the palette tape, I have to tack it so that when I'm printing, the shirts don't shift on me, which is especially important when I'm working with a multicolored design. Now that the screens are fully dry, I have to tape up all the edges of each screen on both sides so that no ink goes through any of the corners, and also helps keep my frames clean for an easier cleanup when I'm done with the job. And now we load all the screens into the press and go through the pre-registration process, which basically means I'm aligning the design to where it needs to be on the platen and the shirt. But now that the screens are loaded, it's time to start mixing and prepping the ink. And in this case, I don't need to create any new colors by mixing inks together, so I can mix just the existing white and red inks that I already have for this design. I'm almost ready to print now and need to apply the ink on the screens just below the designs. So I've done a test print off camera and dialed in the registration, so it's time to tape up the registration marks before printing the actual job, which I have forgotten to do and ruined prints before. So this is a very important step. Now I can finally start printing. I lay down a base layer of white and then send it to my flash to semi-cure the ink before applying another layer of white for a nice thick white base. Then we can add the red color on top of the white and flash it again. Then it's time to take the shirts off the platens altogether, run them under the flash one more time to fully cure, and then we have our finished product. Thanks for watching, and check out moshprint.co.